Welcome back, everyone. It's your favorite melt and pour YouTube soap maker. Today I have a fun little tutorial for you. I had this idea for my massage bars to go ahead and make a sort of jellyfish shape out of them. I thought it would be sort of cute and playful. This would be good if you are having like some sort of craft show coming up and you can make a bunch of these. And just have them on hand. And I like the part of this that's going to have like a massage bar, but also a scrubby bar, was going to make it nice. I'm just weighing out enough soap base for each bar. I'm also doing two different colors, so I kind of wanted to measure it out that way. But if you're going to use the same molds and everything that I'm using today, you're going to need about 5.5 to 6 ounces of soap to fill the cavities entirely. With the sponge included, I weighed them at the end of this, so that way I could give you guys an accurate number there. Also, if you guys were wondering, this time I am using a clear melt and pour soap and base from Crafter's Choice or Wholesale Supplies Plus. I buy their large 10-pound blocks just because I soap quite frequently, so for me that's what works best. The only thing I don't like about these soap bases is that they wrap them up in like a bag, which I get, but sometimes it makes it hard to cut them out, and then my knife doesn't go all the way through it sometimes, and I kind of struggle with it. So if anyone knows a better way to get this out, let me know. The only other thing I can think of is completely melting down the bag and then pouring it into like something else, but even then that would be hard to get it out. Now for the rest of this project, you're going to need a few other things, so I'm going to go ahead and point those out now. I'm using micas like always from Nurture Soap. If you like these colors or anything like that, I do have a link down below. Make sure you copy the whole link so that I do get credit for that. But these are some colors that I was thinking would be cute for jellyfish. I ended up not using the pink. I also found these sponges at Dollar Tree. So I got 4 of them for $1, so there would be about $1/4 a piece, which is fairly inexpensive for this type of project, and they were the perfect size to fit inside the little cavities of the massage bar that I had. I'm also using the driftwood fragrance oil because I wanted something that smelled kind of clean or like water-like. This is also, I would consider like a unisex fragrance oil. So I like a lot of unisex fragrance oil, so that's why I'm using this one today. Even though the end of this project is going to look kind of a little girly, but that's okay. So I am just making a custom kind of purple with both of those purple micas and going ahead and mixing that. And then I'm also going to use the blue Enigma color for kind of the tentacles. That part, I wanted that to shine through a little bit more, and I think next time I make these, I will maybe wait a little bit for those to dry in the cavity before pouring the other layer, because I think it would give it a nice look and make it look more like a jellyfish. Now that I've got all the colors ready and added the fragrance oil, I'm going to get my mold ready. I like to spritz my molds pretty heavily with rubbing alcohol so the soap pops out a lot easier. You don't have to do that, but I've just learned from experience that that makes it a lot easier to work with. So I'm just going to kind of fill all these cavity holes in with the blue color, Blue Enigma. It's really kind of like a clear pearlescent color. It's honestly one of my favorites. I'm almost out of it and I need a little bit more, but I thought that would be great for the tentacles. And then, like I said, I am adding in the purple, so that makes, you know, a nice jellyfish sort of color. I just think purple and blue and yellow, or not yellow, what am I talking about? Purple and pink are good jellyfish colors. So I kind of went back and forth with the colors too, and maybe that kind of muddied it up at the end. But I wanted to use as much as the soap base that I had. I didn't want to waste anything. And since this was an experiment, I was just going ahead and pouring them in as needed. And I wanted to get enough soap in the cavity to kind of fill it, all those massage bar cavities all the way full before I added the sponge itself. Once that sponge was added, you could see how I'm kind of pouring the soap in there, and I'm also taking the spout and kind of pressing it down into the soap. One thing that I also noticed is the first one that I put in there, I put the sponge in there a little bit sideways, so try to make sure the string is either in the center or pointing all the way up so you don't get a sort of sideways jellyfish at the end. So if you're still alive and paying attention by this point and liking the content of this video so far, don't forget to hit that like button for me. It does help me out a lot. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe or check out some of my other videos that I have posted on the channel. I mostly do melt and pour videos and cold process soap. I do want to add that I tried to fill these up until they were like almost overflowing, and I think actually both of these molds kind of overflowed a little bit, but I just wanted to make sure I could get as much soap in there as possible so that the little sponges would stick, as well as, you know, it being like full in the cavity. So these sat for about 4 hours, and then I went ahead and I molded them. They were still a little bit soft, so I probably could have let them sit closer to 6 hours. If you're wondering how long it takes for them to set up, that's what I would recommend. Overall, I'm pleased with this idea and how it came out. I really like how that blue Enigma kind of leaves the tentacles a little bit more transparent and light. Like I said before, I think I will just remember to kind of let those dry up a little bit more before I pour on any other colorant. These are pretty easy to pop out of the mold, and I just had to remember that at the end you do kind of have to clean up all that extra soap because, you know, letting it overflow, you know, kind of makes a mess. I also tried to get a close-up shot, so sorry for all the motion sickness movement, but I just wanted you guys to be able to see that color up real close and see all that shimmer. It does look really good in person, and the camera, you know, does an okay job. So for the second part of this tutorial, I am actually going to be making little eyeballs because I thought that would kind of really finish this project off. There was a few different ways I thought we could do this, but I thought this would be easy, and you don't necessarily have to buy a specific mold for it or anything. You're just taking a little bit of extra melt and pour. I don't remember how much this even was, maybe an ounce or two. And I just let this sit up in this mold for about 15 to 20 minutes. I decided to do a black and sort of gray color, and they'll be used for the eyeballs and the mouth, any kind of facial features you want to do or expressions. This would be fun. So I found another tool that some of you might already have. I try to use things that, you know, most people have, or, you know, repurpose a lot of things. I am using my piping tool, and I'm just kind of using it as like a cookie cutter thing to get the pieces out. If you have one of these, it's really easy to use, and I found using a Q-tip kind of helps push them out if they do get stuck in the little piece there. I don't know what you call it, a piping tool. Now, since this is sort of an experiment and the first time I'm doing this type of project, I'm just going ahead and cutting out a bunch of extra shapes because I'm going to manipulate them in the way that I want to kind of make some sort of facial expression. So you can do this however you choose to do it. And if you, like I said, if you guys have comments on how to do other ideas or want to share with the community, go ahead and leave it down below so others can read about it. This is just what I have on hand. So as you can see, these are some of the ideas I was playing around with. You can do little squinty eyes, beady bug eyes, or, you know, whatever, but I thought the small circle would be a great for the mouth shape. What one is your guys' favorite? Let me know down below in the comments. This is what I didn't put these on yet, but I wanted to show you how I would see what they would look like before I put them on there. So I'm just kind of testing the eyeballs out so I can see what looks best. I do like the kind of gray or white background on the eyeballs because I think it makes them pop out more. You can just see them a little bit better. You know, if you did maybe this in a different color like the pink, the black might look better without using white, but this is just kind of what I put together when I thought. So for this next part, I went ahead and took all the pieces, and I just took a tool that I had to score everything to make sure that they stick to the little jellyfish very easily. So you want to go ahead and do that. Make sure, like for the eyeballs, you need to score both sides if you're like making multiple layers. And I would recommend doing all the scoring ahead of time so that way you're not like messing around with the wet melt and pour soap base, and you have time to kind of adhere it without it hardening up on you. And lastly, don't forget to go ahead and make some sort of mark or scoring on the actual jellyfish itself, because you want to make sure that that sticks really well. Plus, it also gives you an idea of where you're placing things. So I melted down just a tiny bit of melt and pour soap, and then I'm going to take a pink brush that I have. It's pretty thick. I wanted to use a smaller one, but I couldn't find one, so I just used this one. And then I kind of gobbed it on. I'm sorry that it's out of shot. The next one that I did is a little bit better. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and like I said before, if you haven't already, don't forget to like the video because it does help the channel out, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, or check out some of my older videos. I'm going to try to be doing some more fun, creative ideas like this. I also want to do like a whole sort of playlist or segment on the massage bar itself and do fun, creative ideas. I know I've done the cow sort of milk udder design with the massage bar, but do you guys have any other ideas or have any other fun creations that you've made with a massage bar? Because I'm always looking for new ideas, and this one, like I said, just kind of came to me and it sounded fun. So what do you guys think of the final product? Which one is your favorite? Do you like the pink one better, or do you like the purple one better?